LeBron's rookie card goes for $1.8 million. I had no idea people are still buying sports cards like this. I guess there has been a little bit of a wave of sports cards interest on the internet that has kind of picked up a little bit. So I believe that this is a normal thing in this type of world, but I could never imagine in a million years spending $1.8 million on a little piece of cardboard-like paper that says something that allegedly happened years ago. But I respect people who do, because if you spend $1.8 million on this, you probably feel very fulfilled when that thing arrives, and then you put it up on a wall that nobody really sees.
Nope. Bingo.
LeBron says he's got a few more at the house, so he's sitting on probably $7-8 million worth of little tiny cards with his name on it. I respect people that collect cards. It's just never something I got into. I never understood it. I like rock collectors as well. Shout out to the good rock collectors out there. All those people are their thing. Hour one wraps up. We'll be back on the other side. I feel like you went from 30 seconds to 10 seconds. Right?
Quick.
Oh my God. I was like, man, I'm really fucking going if that was already 30 seconds right there. but Don, I appreciate you. We just ended the radio show. The LeBron card for $1.8 million. I've never truly understood the fascination with people collecting in stuff like that. But then you watch like Dana White, and you see his office where he got into big art when he got a bunch of money. Yeah. And then Jim Irsay is a guy that obviously owns the Colts and was my boss for a long time. And he'll buy old music pieces for millions and millions of dollars. And that's interesting when you're in a negotiation with him for your job that you do. And you're like, okay, well, I think I'm worth this much. And then he's not saying it, but his lead counsel is like, well, we can't pay you that much. It's just not what the market says. This didn't happen with me, but it had happened with some of my friends. And then while that negotiation is happening, he buys like a $2 million guitar from somebody, and it's like, well, wait a fucking minute now. I just want to now I understand that's a personal stuff and this is a business thing, but I feel like I'm worth more than that fucking guitar, am I not? And then that whole thing. But other than that, I like what Jim Irsay does in collecting. I like what Dana White has done with his art collections. I would never in a million years do it. I don't have anywhere near the amount of money to do that. I think you get the fuck you money though, and you just start buying things that you have no idea that you're just like, yeah, I want that. What's up, C?
Gary V actually bought some a couple years ago, and he said, look at this tweet, July 12th.
This is a big deal. Check out the LeBron James 2003 to 2004 Topps Chrome rookie number 111 PSA 10 available on StockX. Look back at this tweet on July 12th, 2022.
It was a little earlier.
He's the one that sold that? That was his card?
I don't believe so, but I can imagine he has a couple himself.
Oh, okay. I did get a text from some... You know when you do that, everybody can hear that.
Sorry.
What were you doing there? You were...
Trying to biting his tongue.
But I guess the cards can really go for a lot of money. I never had a playing card whenever I was actually playing football, so maybe that's another reason why I didn't care about it. I never collected cards. But these people who just have money falling out of their ass, I like that they just start collecting random shit that nobody else understands why it's so expensive.
I get art because it takes skill to create it.
Does it? Have you seen some of this bullshit fucking art that's out there?
Some art.
There is some. I've been asked to go to some of these little events things, and I have gone once, and boy, it was very difficult for me to hold my tongue and be like, oh, this is 5th grade art class. That's what this is. You don't understand the meaning behind it. I was like, no, it looks like whenever I was in 5th grade and they told me I had to fucking use all the colors and I had to hit every single part of the paper, and that's what I created. They're like, you don't get it. I'm like, obviously not. That's $3 million. It's like, interesting. Who the fuck is buying that?
Is there any like sports memorabilia or, like even a guitar from Tom Petty perhaps that you would buy?
I think even ever since I was a kid, like I love Tom Petty. You're right. If we could get a Tom Petty guitar in here for sure, but then I mean, I'm the same person that bought a wrestling ring and a house that I'd never seen before and an aquatic vehicle that doesn't float and all this. I've made a lot of terrible purchases, but I can at least enjoy those for a little bit. And that's why I think I have a question about, like, you can't play the Tom Petty guitar. Like, I can't take that down to Howl at the Moon, learn how to do a single, wish you was a man from that land, my friend. Like Yes Man, which is the only reason why you'd want to do that. I don't know if you can play any of these things, which is what I don't understand, but hopefully in this room and everybody that's listening and watching, we all get stupid rich enough that we think like, yeah, $1.8 million for a tiny little card, we'll take that. Sure. But I'm just not there yet. But I'm not sure there's anything that I would want to. Maybe a Bob Ross maybe a Bob Ross original if I got some good cash.
Brush from him as well, a Bob Ross.
Well, brush. you know that brush is is holy because he's beat the devil out of it, which is actually, sometimes you take out all your frustrations, you beat the devil out of it, and you'd want that brush because maybe the devil's never been there before. What are you thinking, Diggs? You just wanted to fucking bang on the mic like it's a bongo?
That was
my dogs at my house right now are losing their mind.
It was an unfortunate mistake on my part. I could see like LeBron, like if it was the ball that he pinned against the backboard, like in the finals.
Oh, maybe with his hand on it.
Correct.
Ooh.
Like cut off his hand on the ball with the backboard.
Yeah.
And you have that whole thing. It's like, hey, this actually happened.
You see that
But
hand
not
right
the
there?
card.
Nobody in this room is a collector,
No.
right?
No.
I collect swords.
I collect the Pokemon
You do,
cards.
but you just buy swords. They're not like actual swords.
Yeah.
And at what point does it like become like a collection? You know, like how many pieces do you have to have where it begins to be like a collection as opposed to just like a couple?
Like if that guy only has that one card, but he has spent millions of dollars on it, does he have a collection? He has $1 million collection.
Yeah, but I'm guessing if that's his only card and that's what he's spending on, the guy probably killed himself today.
10 years from now, though, that card.
You're right.
That card's he's gonna be a Victoria's Secret guy. Get out from under the bridge.
Yep.